Hello everyone, and welcome back to more Mini Motorways. Today we are heading into Rio de Janeiro for the challenge, The Road Less Traveled, which has 3 modifiers. Rite of Passage, start with unlimited bridges and tunnels. Over hill and dale, bridges and tunnels do not require road tiles, and less is more, awarded half the number of road tiles each week. So it doesn't seem like a terribly difficult one, but the scores are absolutely awful, with the major drop-off starting here at, call it, maybe 1,000 or 1,200. There were quite a few people that managed to make it into some really, really good scores. Like, many people managed to make it to 6K. I don't think we'll make it that far. We're gonna aim for, I'd like 2K, or 2,500, I think I would be happy with. We'll see how it goes. I will admit, I had intended on recording the Rio de Janeiro expert mode attempt today, but I realized that I had not actually done any of the Rio challenge modes, and therefore I don't have the Rio expert mode unlocked. So I decided we could do this one today, and then maybe the weekly challenge later on this week, and then come back to Rio for expert mode, just so we don't have the same map two videos in a row. Spice things up a little bit. I was gonna say I don't love having to use a tunnel here, but I guess using the tunnel is actually the more efficient way to go about it, because we have infinite tunnels and they don't require road tiles. So I actually do like this tunnel. It was a very weird mindset to get into, of, oh yes, use the tunnel where possible. Normally this would be awful. You would have to either go up and around. Ooh, weak one. Let's grab our roundabout. If you know me, you know I love roundabouts. Normally we would have to go up and around, but that tunnel, that infinite tunnel perk is very nice. I feel like this isn't too terrible of a start. I would have liked for green to spawn a little farther, or these to spawn a little farther, so that there would be more room for a population to develop here, especially since this green just spawned on this side. This yellow is not going to have a lot of room for population either. Also don't love that we're immediately having to split this green population. I think we'll do something like this, and then run these guys through the mountain for now. We're actually going to stay in the mountain for as long as possible, while still being as efficient as possible, just to save some road tiles. I really don't love that this yellow population is basically being entirely surrounded by green. I'm hoping we get more yellow up here. Oh, that's not bad. I might go ahead and throw in a roundabout up here, just for some extra traffic management, especially because this just leveled up. These grays are actually not bad. Just run them up and over this yellow. Week 2. Definitely taking the roundabout. If you know me, you know I've loved roundabouts. Yes, I am sounding like a broken record there, but I really do. They're just so good at managing neighborhood traffic. They're not very good for intersections, like say if we wanted to run, say, these greens through this roundabout and then down and then into here. That wouldn't be very good. They're not great for managing cross traffic, but for merging 2 populations together and then sending them onto one road, they're very nice. They can make or break whether or not your neighborhood has good enough traffic management to handle a level 2 structure like this, especially late game. I don't love this gray setup. I feel like this gray is probably going to be managed by whatever gray population we get over here on the left side. Definitely taking the motorway. Hopefully we'll get gray population like here or down here pretty quickly. But I know we're supposed to get, I think, green and yellow here. Or maybe it's green and blue. That's a really, really bad yellow spawn. Okay. I'm not immediately sure how to manage that. Yikes. Okay. We can just do something like this for now, where we just steal some yellow from here and just send it on its own separate little thing. Go through the mountain like that. We'll just do 2 absolutely despicable little cross intersections with green for now, and it should manage fine. We get a 3rd gray business. Okay. I really don't love this gray population thing we have going on down here. I mean, we've managed to separate them. The houses have spawned in such a way that we managed that, but I really don't love these 3 businesses all so close together. Week 4, traffic lights or road tiles. We haven't really been struggling for road tiles, but I know that we're gonna get this blue spawn up here soon. If you haven't played Rio, we get usually 1 or 2 blue businesses on this island right here. And their populations basically always spawn either here, so you have to either run a road all the way across or motorway it, or all the way down here, which, again, bridge through the mountain and then motorway it or run it all the way up and around, which is not a very good use of road tiles. That green isn't terrible, actually. We can just take some of these. Or actually take some of these. And run them in like that. These greens can stay connected. I'm really hoping we get another... Oh, see, yeah, here's the blue spawn. This is what I was expecting. So we're actually going to run this across the river as long as possible. And then do something like this. Just to save some road tiles. Hopefully we'll get yellow down here. And we can fix this disgusting mess. Especially with this level 2 structure spawning. Can we get a roundabout in here? We can. Okay. That's interesting. I like this green. I really like this green. I think we do get yellow down here, so I think what I'm going to do is just put in a road. I think I might have had it backwards. I think we get green and blue here, and yellow spawns along the bottom here. So I'm just going to do something like that for now. That's a decent white. I don't think we have enough road tiles to run a separate road than blue, so we're just going to do that for now. This blue will probably become a motorway eventually. I'm just going to wait as long as possible to see how I want to do that. This green will probably get this little green population across like that. Or we might actually send it up and into here. That might be better. We'll see how we get some spawns. We do get our gray population here that we wanted. We're going to connect white first, though, because that's the priority. Week 6, road tile or motorway. I'm going to take the motorway, and I might just go ahead and do this with blue, just so that we have enough road tiles to go ahead and connect all of these whites into these businesses here. We'll do something like that for now. I might move this motorway at some point, just so our traffic management for this neighborhood will be better. Ugh, I think I might have to do it like this for now. That's unfortunate. But hopefully we'll get a roundabout or traffic lights or something like that eventually. And we can run these whites on 2 separate roads or put a roundabout in here or something like that. I like this gray for potentially coming into here. I'm not sure if we have the road tiles to spare to make that change right now, so I'm just gonna leave it how it is for now, I think. I don't love that yellow. We do have this extra little yellow population down here that I've just noticed. Ooh, this green just leveled up as well. Okay, getting this green its own separate population from this level 2 green is now a higher priority. And trying to get this yellow population, or this yellow business some population that isn't all caught up in this mess is a secondary priority. I'm wondering if we could run these greens. Oh, wait, actually that would work. We can run these greens through the mountain. Run that green into there. Run this road up here with something like that. And then this road can go, which means we can run a bridge down here where that road used to be, connected into here, which means this road can go. And so that can go this way, and then these yellows can go back up, which means this despicable traffic horror can end. We can replace this bridge, but have it go down and into here. And I think that will be good. Then these yellows can go up. If I can draw this diagonal well. And into that yellow business. And hopefully that's enough population. This is kind of a distance for just 2 yellow cars. But it should be okay for now. Hopefully we'll get a yellow population down here quickly. I don't know. We'll see how everything spawns. We might not get lucky. Or maybe we will. It's Sunday. We're on week 7 already. I have not been paying attention to the weeks at all. But we're doing really well, I think, for being on week 7. We haven't really gotten any absolutely horrible spawns. Like, nothing that we've gotten has been completely unworkable. Getting more gray here. That's our first yellow. This is perfect. This is exactly what I want to see. In fact, I'm just going to go ahead and run this through here, and all of this can go. We'll just run these yellows up and into there. That blue, I think I'm probably just gonna send it on another motorway. Like, I'll probably just separate these 2 populations, have one of them go into a motorway, or have one of them go into the roundabout, and then have another one go into... Can I draw a road here? Yes, there we go. And then just have one of them go into a motorway for now. And we'll just have it be something like that. Nothing too crazy. I don't think there's anything wrong with this. Prioritizing these blues just because of distance. I would like to separate these whites, but I'm just worried that we're going to have something weird happen here. Where we're going to need to send this gray around. I wonder if we can do 2 roads. We'll do something like that. And then send these guys down. And then under the gray, and then the gray will go under this road and then into there. I think that will work. We'll see. We'll get our road tiles back and we'll send it in, see how it goes. Ooh, or all of my plans will be immediately ruined. Okay. Actually, that's not bad. It honestly is better than the other way around, I think. Then we can just send these grays up like that. We need more road tiles, so we're gonna have to steal something from somewhere. Or I might just motorway it for now. We'll just do something like that. It is Sunday. We'll get more road tiles today. Week 8. Definitely taking the road tiles. We don't need traffic lights. There is our Rio de Janeiro Challenger. We now officially have expert mode unlocked. Happy noises. That level up is not what I wanted to see, but it's also not terrible. I'd really like to get some more roundabouts. To be fair, we only have roundabouts, traffic lights, motorways, and road tiles to pick from. So it's not like the game hasn't been offering us roundabouts. But I would still like to see some more. I'm wondering if we should run these whites this way? Just to give us some room to get more whites down here and into this level 2's population. I think that might be slightly better. Ooh. I forgot about this white population. I'm gonna go ahead and put a little cross-section in here. Just so if and when we get a roundabout, we can throw it down here in this corner. I'll probably do something like this with these whites. That's a really nice blue. I don't remember getting a blue population over here, but maybe I've just forgotten that they spawn there. This is a really, really nice blue. I'd like to get 1 or 2 more, maybe? I guess technically we could send it into this one. And just cut that off and then send all of these blues down and into the roundabout. Because I think this business was lasting off of just one house. So that's actually really good. These grays are great. This yellow just leveled up. I'd really, really like to get some more roundabouts. Like, that's probably priority number 1 right now. It's traffic management for this yellow, for this white, maybe for this green. Week 10, traffic lights or motorway. I might take the traffic lights, to be honest. Though I don't know if they would be better for handling the neighborhood traffic. I'm gonna take the motorway, just because it feels wrong to take the traffic lights. But I think we'll turn these grays up and send them in with something like that. Just when we have the road tiles for it. But we'll take these back and then send this white road back up through here. Then turn these grays this way and then send this gray onto this level 2 structure. And that will be all of our fancy gray needs met. We are getting gray over here, which isn't super useful because of this big gray bridge. We could potentially send them like down and then back up again, but I don't love that idea. That spawn is not great. We're gonna have to turn our blues back into 2 separate motorways, I think. So we'll do something like this. Get rid of this. And then send all of these blues up like this. I think that's faster. I'm not sure. I'm trying to figure out which is faster versus which uses the least number of road tiles. These roads aren't necessary yet. That one is. This level 2 is using a lot of population. Ooh, okay. Week 11, definitely taking the road tiles. We're struggling for road tiles a little bit here. I think we'll do this gray going this way. That one as well. And then we'll just send these whites up through the mountain and into there if we can. We'll go 1 farther so we're not intersecting with gray. Maybe we will do something. I'm just trying to use the least number of roads as possible here. We'll do something like that. We already got yellow in this back corner here, but I don't love... I really don't love how this white population has spawned. But, oh well. This blue is using a lot of population. I'm wondering if these 5 are going to be enough. We'll see. This green is struggling. I think we'll take these greens and thread them onto there. Oh, I was gonna say, oh, we'll take these greens and thread them onto here so that this level 2 business has more population to work with, and then we'll just send these 4 greens up and into here. And then we get this spawn. I mean, I think it'll still work. I think we can still send these 2 up and into there and take back that road, and maybe we'll get some more green houses spawning in here. But that timing was honestly impeccable. I think this green can also turn it up and go that way, and that's fine. I heard another house spawn up here, but I'm not sure what it was. Maybe it was this blue. Ugh. Ew. What is this? What is this? What the... What is this supposed to be? What is that? I don't think I've ever seen a blue spawn on this side of the island. I feel like the only other place I've ever seen a blue business spawn is like down here. It is beyond me how to service that blue in any way other than using a motorway. Like connecting just some random blue houses together from over here and motorwaying them in. So I guess that's what we're gonna do. We are at 1500. We are very, very close to our original goal of 2500. So hopefully we'll get there. This white is using a lot of population. I think it's because of how far the distance is. Week 12, it's going to make me pick between a roundabout and a motorway. I think I'm going to take the roundabout. And the reasoning for it is I want the road tiles so that I can take and run this white this way. Take these grays and run them up like this. Turn this. And then run this gray into here because this gray is struggling so badly right now. This one is too, but we're not going to acknowledge him. Acknowledging him would open up a whole other set of problems. But we can run these grays together and then motorway them into here. Actually, we'll do this side. Something like that. And that will... or that should help this not struggle so much, this not struggle so much, and this not struggle so much. Because we might even do something like that. And then, hopefully, that should help. I do see this gray down here. No, that leveling up is so bad. Oh no, okay. That's not good. Okay, we're gonna have to start looking into ways to get whatever gray population spawns down here up and into here. That white just leveled up, which is also bad. Okay. And try and keep this intersection funkiness as far away from this entrance as possible. No, I need the white to not spawn on this side of yellow. That is the weirdest, jankiest road I've ever seen, I think. Week 13, we'll take the road tiles. We're just still not in need of traffic lights. We just don't need them. I don't think. This white just leveled up as well. We're not struggling too terribly for white population. I think this is only struggling because of distance. Like, we're not even getting all that much traffic down here. This, I think, is struggling because of population. This is going to be struggling because of population. We are hitting surge. We're at 2,200. So that's not unexpected, but it is a little unfortunate. We're gonna have to start thinking about how we can manage that. That's not great. This white is not great. We do have this little population down here that I think I might actually just take like these 4 and run them across with a bridge with... Oop. Nope. We'll do something like so, just to save road tiles. And then something like that. And hopefully that's enough to manage this. Maybe we could even run this white in and around if necessary. These yellows could potentially do something like this if they're needed. But I don't want to connect them in quite yet because we don't have a roundabout or traffic light or anything like that to manage it. Speaking of which, I still think I'm going to take the roundabout. I think it's the better option. This gray is really starting to struggle. I don't think we're using all of the population from over here. So what I'm going to do is just tuck this, I think, directly into this spawn. And we're just going to run these 2 grays together instead. We'll do something like that. And something like this. And then run this road directly into there. Might be better if we move the roundabout over by 1. Though I am worried we'll get the roundabout bug where the roundabout ceases to exist. And the game has an emotional meltdown about it. I don't know. We'll do something like this for now. Just to make sure we don't get the roundabout bug. And if it fixes itself, we'll place the roundabout in a better spot. We're getting the motorway bug. The motorway doesn't exist. Ugh. This is why I love this game so much. Okay. There. Hello? They're not going. This game hates me so much. Okay, I think it registered the motorways existing. Yes, we got all of these cars desperately running to make it to the business. I don't know if it's going to be enough because this game hates me, but we'll see. Ooh, that yellow is struggling. Okay. Hello, major problem. I think this is all population. This is going to be a huge traffic issue, I think, just throwing more cars at it. But we don't really have a choice here, because if it runs out of population, it's going to die anyway. That yellow is such an unfortunate timing. And it levels up immediately is even worse. I think gray might be surging at the same time that this whole gray switcheroo problem has occurred. I'm not really sure what to do about this yellow. It's really, really unfortunate. I think this yellow is calming down, so I might just take these yellows and try and thread them through the mountain here and hope that it's enough for now. We might be able to get these yellows through the mountain as well if we sacrifice this gray into the void of uselessness. We do something like that and then run these down and in. And then maybe something like that for now, just to keep the two just to make sure that this recovers. And then we'll do something like that. I'm really wondering if this gray is going to survive. We do have some extra gray down here. I might just thread it in just to make sure that we do survive here. We'll do something like that as well. Maybe even something like this. Traffic lights. Okay. We appear to be okay. Maybe. Are we okay? This thing is crying for help. I think we're good. Okay. I think we are officially okay. Thank goodness. Get this nasty traffic off my screen. We'll see how long this lasts. Hopefully we can get another roundabout and we can throw a roundabout in here or something like that. And then get this gray some extra traffic that we don't have to steal from this gray population or from this gray population. Because that's not really, it's not really optimal, but it worked just the once. I'm willing to accept that. Getting more gray over here. But I'm also very happy with more gray over here. I'll take that in a heartbeat, without a doubt. We're doing pretty well. 16, we get our second roundabout that we longed for. I think we're doing okay. This green, I think, is running low on population. This one house still has 2 cars in it, so it's okay for now. I'm just trying to do a sort of check-in to make sure that none of our populations are out, or none of our businesses are out of population. Because that's the really big issue here. If we run out of population anywhere, that's really difficult to manage. We can fix houses being too far by using motorways and whatnot, but running out of population will very, very quickly kill your businesses. This guy even seems to still be doing okay. I think we're okay. This white might be struggling a little bit, but I think that's just distance. So we still have 2 full houses over here. We're getting green here. This green's sort of struggling a little bit. I think green is surging, which is what I was worried about. But it's manageable, I think. So we can grab these 3 greens from over here, run them together, and then run them across with something like so, and into there. I'm really hoping that this doesn't cause too much of a traffic jam. It might. But we might just have to deal. We might just have to deal with it. Yellow seems to have calmed down. We've got plenty of population down here. I did just realize we are almost at 4K. We're absolutely killing this challenge right now. We do need to see if we can hunt down any extra green population from anywhere. We've got this up here that isn't super useful unless we, like, send blue across another way or, like, up and around and then send this green down and into here, but we have the yellow in the way, so that's not actually really a possibility. I don't know. We're kind of stuck on getting more green anywhere without using motorways. What I might do is just go ahead and run this blue this way. I hate the way that's spawning. I might just do something like this. And then we'll send this bridge a slightly more efficient way once the ghost bridge despawns. And then we'll hook these 3 greens together and send them on a motorway into here, I think, is probably the priority for right now. This will have these houses. Is it using all of its population? It does appear to be using all of its population. Okay. That's not great. Ooh, gray is also using all of its population. These two need to be disconnected. Ay, ay, ay. It might be this grain. I think it's gonna be this green. We are nearing the end, my friends. This gray is nice because it's close, but I don't have a way to get it into this gray business, which is really the worst part of it. I don't think it matters. I think we're gonna run out of green, and green is going to kill us. We can send that one down and in. We can ruin yellow's traffic to send these guys down and around and in. But to be honest, I don't think it's gonna matter. I think this gray is struggling too much. Maybe we can get this one gray up and in with something despicable like that. Or something horrible like that. I don't think we can get this gray in. We could send this gray up and in with the roundabout, do something like that. But then this gray is still fending for itself with just these 6 houses over here, which I don't think is going to be enough. And that's if this green survives. So I think we might be nearing the end here. This is probably it. This gray seems to have calmed down, so maybe we'll take this gray and send it up and into here. Let's see if that helps. Week 17, take the roundabout. I don't think it matters. I think this gray is probably going to kill us. It seems to be living. We're at 4,500. This gray is actually a crazy spawn if we can survive. We're getting more green down here as well. I am absolutely shocked we've survived this long. This is literally crazy. Oh. We keep getting so close and then ticking back down. Look at it go! Look at all of this traffic! All of this traffic is crazy. Yeah, okay. There we go. Jeez Louise. 48.55 is really, really, really good. That's absolutely crazy. If we could have gotten, I think if we could have gotten the roundabout in here, like I wanted, maybe we could have gone on for another several hundred points. But, alas, I did not get the roundabout in early enough, and I was too scared to move this motorway. I figured that would probably kill us, but maybe, just maybe if we could have gotten the motorway, or the roundabout in there, then this traffic wouldn't have been so bad, and getting cars in and out of here would have been faster. But I'm not going to complain about 48.55 in the slightest. We had basically every other business locked down. Like, even our blues over here on this side of the map had really good populations, like each one. Let's see. Top 1%. Yes. 118th. Lovely. Okay, I'm very happy with that. I was expecting to do so much worse, but to be fair, I thought these two, Rite of Passage and Over Hill and Dale, make this challenge pretty easy if you know how to manage your road tiles. Anyway, that was the road less traveled challenge in Rio de Janeiro. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please feel free to leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, whatever you're feeling, whatever makes you happy, and I will see you in the next one.